So here we are. After this long, beautiful journey through the Bhagavad Gita, we've arrived at the final moment. This is it. This is the one choice that changes everything.
Just think about how far we've come, you and I. We started in a place of confusion, maybe even fear, asking all these big questions. And together, we've walked this path toward clarity, toward a real, deep understanding. It's been incredible.
And before we take this last step, I just want to say, if this journey has meant something to you, if it's sparked something inside you, please consider subscribing to Heart City. That way, this conversation we're having, it doesn't have to end here.
All right. So after 18 whole chapters of wisdom, of stories, of guidance, Krishna brings it all down to one single powerful point for Arjuna and for us. It's not about learning anymore. It's about choosing. And this is the core of everything. You can read every book, listen to every wise person, and fill your head with knowledge, but it's all just floating in space until you decide to do something with it. That moment of decision, that's where the magic really happens. Which brings us to something that I think every single one of us struggles with. It doesn't matter who you are, it's that classic gap between what we know we should do and what we actually end up doing. I mean, come on, be honest. How many times have you had that aha moment? You finally get it, you know exactly why you keep getting into the same arguments, or you know what you need to do to feel better, and then a few days later, poof, you're right back where you started. It's this maddening cycle, right? You make a promise to yourself. This time it's different. You feel that rush of motivation. You're on fire. But then life gets in the way, and you slip back into those old, comfy, familiar habits. And that's when it hits you. Just knowing something isn't enough to actually change your life. So what's the secret sauce? What does it take to finally cross that bridge? Well, Krishna says it's 3 things. First, the courage to just act, even when you're scared. Second, surrendering that pesky ego that wants to control everything. And third, really, truly accepting responsibility for your own life. Now, Krishna knows this is the hardest part, so he does something amazing. He takes all the wisdom from the entire Gita and boils it down into one simple, practical formula for how to live a life that actually feels meaningful. And here it is. It's a 4-part guide to living fully. First, Dharma. That just means doing what you were truly meant to do, not what everyone else thinks you should do. Next, action with attachment. This is huge. It means pour your heart into your work, but don't chain your happiness to the result. Then, understanding nature. See your emotions, see your habits, but know that you are not them. And finally, faith and lifestyle. Realize that every little choice you make, every single day, is actually creating your world. You see, spirituality isn't some weekend retreat. It's about how you live your life minute by minute. It's a 4-step dance. Step 1, figure out your part in this grand play. Step 2, do it with everything you've got. Step 3, let go of the outcome. And step 4, just trust the process. Trust that it's all unfolding exactly as it should. Okay, so all of this is leading up to what is probably the most famous, most powerful, and honestly the most freeing teaching in the entire Gita. This is the moment of truth. Krishna looks at Arjuna and says, "Abandon all limited identities and take refuge in the highest truth. I will free you from fear and suffering." Wow, just let that breathe for a second. He's asking us to let go of all the little labels we use to define ourselves, our job, our relationship status, our past, and just trust. And it's so important to get this right. This isn't about blindly giving up. It's about psychological freedom. It's the incredible relief of finally putting down those heavy bags of worry and guilt and the need to control every little thing. Real strength, it turns out, doesn't come from holding on tighter. It comes from having the guts to let go. So Krishna lays it out side by side. Look, when you live in alignment, when you're being your true self, success feels amazing. Relationships feel light. Decisions are clear. Life is all about growing. But when you're disconnected, success feels empty. Relationships are heavy. Everything is confusing. And life feels like you're just trying to survive. The choice is stark, isn't it? And then, the payoff. The moment the whole story has been building towards, Arjuna finally speaks. And what he says is so simple, but it has the power of the entire universe behind it. He just says, "My confusion is gone. I understand. I will act." That's it. That's enlightenment. Not running away from life, but running towards it, fully awake and ready. So, Arjuna's great battle is about to begin. But this is where your story starts. This isn't just some ancient text. It's a living, breathing guide for your life, right here, right now. And isn't it interesting that the Gita has 18 chapters and the war lasted 18 days? That's not a coincidence. In this tradition, the number 18 represents completion. It's about closing an old chapter full of karma and confusion and starting a brand new one based on wisdom.
And as you step into your new beginning, I want to give you a little tool to take with you. Whenever you feel lost, whenever that old confusion creeps in, you can just quietly say to yourself, Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. It's a beautiful way of saying, okay, I'm open, I'm ready to be guided. And if you want something even quicker, like a little mental shortcut for those tough moments, try this simple switch word: trust, flow, complete. It's a powerful little reminder to trust the process, flow with what's happening, and bring things to a clear and conscious end. Now let's just pause for a second. I want you to reflect, just for you. Out of everything we've talked about on this whole journey, which one idea, which one teaching really hit home for you? What's the one thing that has already started to change your story? And if you feel that shift inside you, if you're ready to close that gap between knowing and doing and really live your life on purpose, I invite you to make a little declaration. Just comment the word Dharma below. It's a way of telling yourself and the universe, okay, I'm ready. Because let's be real, the battlefield Arjuna was on, it's a metaphor. Your battlefield is your life. It's showing up to your job. It's navigating your relationships. It's taking care of your health. It's managing those wild emotions and deciding who you want to be in this world. That's where the real work is. So our journey through these pages ends here, but yours, your real journey, is just beginning. I can't thank you enough for walking this path with me. It's been an honor. If this series has helped you, please like it and share it so we can help others too. And please subscribe to Heart City so we can stay connected. Because wisdom, it's not some destination you arrive at. It's a beautiful, messy, wonderful, lifelong conversation. Thank you.